I remember the hot summer evenings in Huron, South Dakota. This was before the days of air conditioning, but the grass felt cool on the skin, so we would pick a patch of lawn in the shade, lay on our backs, watching the clouds overhead. With a vivid imagination, I could see ships and rabbits, puppies, pirates, and the like. Others didn't always see what I saw, but we would try to interpret the clouds from the other person's perspective. Usually we could finally see them, the similarity anyway, before the clouds would change. Driven by the wind, they would morph into something else. Later, as an adult, we were driving through western North Dakota. It was a long trip with nothing notable to see, but as I looked to the west, about 40 miles away, I saw a small cloud. I noticed that it was getting bigger and darker. Eventually, rain began to fall from the cloud, and as it rained, the cloud began to get smaller until it finally vanished. These scenes brought to mind the words of James, the Lord's brother. Now listen, you who say today or tomorrow we'll do this or go to that city, spend a year there, carry on business and make money, why you don't even know what will happen tomorrow. What is your life? You're a mist that appears for a little while and then vanishes. Instead, you ought to say, if it's the Lord's will, we'll live here and do this or that. As it is, you boast in your arrogant schemes, and all such boasting is evil. If anyone then knows the good they ought to do and doesn't do it, it is sin to them. That's James 4:13 through 17. We get caught up in the issues of the day while we listen to experts predict the future in the scariest possible way. The media seems to broadcast the interviews with what will keep people glued to their TV, discounting the lack of accuracy demonstrated by past predictions. Then my mind goes back to the changing clouds of my youth and the emotional responses they caused. The bunnies would create that fuzzy, secure feeling, while the pirates would usually cause tension as we interpreted what we saw. We know now that the part of the brain that triggers emotions can't tell the difference between real and make-believe. The clouds, made up of the same small water vapor, created different reactions caused by the way we interpreted them. The cloud that built, drained, and dissipated had the same emotional effect. While it was building, we imagined hail destroying crops below. The reality is that the faraway cloud watered someone's thirsty crops and then disappeared. What is our life triggering as we appear? As we build? As we dissipate? Do we create safety? Do we instill fear? Do we hail on others? Or do we bring much needed relief from the summer heat? Each of us will leave a legacy in our lifetime on earth. Is that legacy something that our Lord will be proud of? Or is it something you'll have to repair through someone else? You're a mist that appears for a little while and then vanishes. Do good. It makes a difference. Bye-bye.